they dedicated a second episode to this. They dedicated 2 episodes to this. They dedicated 2 episodes to... Hey guys, xthedarkone here, and welcome to another edition of the Vrain Train, where we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains on a weekly basis, and we sit down, we talk about it, and yeah, let's hop on the Vrain Train and talk about this fucking 2-parter flashback episode. So, yeah, apparently this is such a great story about how they met, we had to get more of it. And you know what? It's a bit of a shame, because I like the concept of this episode. I just didn't see the point in having it in a flashback episode. So basically, they've now teamed up. They're working together. Yusuke and fucking Kusanagi, they're teaming up. Yusuke keeps coming out and he's like, these fucking dickheads, but none of them have information. Oh, they keep saying about hunting the Cyberse. And Kusanagi's like, I've been doing some research. There's this dungeon. Apparently they made a Cyberse deck, a Cyberse deck. So this is essentially the story about how Yusuke got his Cyberse deck. Because despite beating them every other turn with his regular deck, apparently no, they need a special deck because that's the deck that can beat them. And I'm like, Yusuke, you've been dueling them fine with your warrior, like, Link deck. You've not lost, at least we've not seen you lose. So he's like, no, I need the Cyberse deck. It's the only deck that can, because they're looking for the Cyberse, so we need to get this Cyberse deck. It's the only way that can beat them. It's like, you've been beating them fine. What do you need that Cyberse deck for? You've been beating them fine. You didn't need no special deck. I mean, you could argue that he's been just dueling the grunts and he needs something more powerful. And you could also argue that he doesn't want if he gets a Cyberse deck, it means the Knights of Hanoi don't get the Cyberse deck. So I get that, but still, on the one side, I like the idea that we're actually seeing a kind of story about how a character kind of got a deck. Like, the only time we ever saw that really was Yugi. Like, Yugi took his Yugi was given his grandfather's deck. And that was the origin of his deck. I do like the whole aspect. I'll get into more about it later, but there are wasted concepts here, is what I'm saying. So they're exploring this dungeon. There's shitloads of traps. They find a wall and there's a hidden entrance, and they come out and there's a big fucking area. And then a Knight of Hanoi just opens a door, so they found their way here as well. And it turns out, you get there, and what happens is there's some like rocks, like platforms. They activate. This ghost appears, and basically it's a duel quiz. It's one of those duel quizzes. You know, you get in all the current like Yu-Gi-Oh games, and like the duel quizzes you get in Duel Links. You got to win. You got to win that turn, and you get all your cards faced out. You get your show. You get given a set field, and that's the aim. It's like, we've got to beat we've got to beat this challenge, and then we'll get the deck. This Knights of Hanoi guy tries it. He fucks up. You know, he tries playing Megamorph on the Sonic emitter dude. Goes to attack. The Ghost plays Chaos Burst. Fucks him up because he only has 100 life points and Ghost has got like 4,000 life points. And they fail. Yusuke's like, right, I'm going to get into this. So this is the concept of the episode. I kind of liked this episode because we kind of have something like that. We had like this in 5Ds where they were trying to figure out a duel puzzle and Jack was trying to do it, and then Yusei ended up doing it. I like that we had this, and I'm sure like any Yu-Gi-Oh player, we were all sat there going, okay, so when you plays that, we know that's Chaos Burst, but what else could he? I was genuinely like sussing it out as well because I like puzzles. So I like the concept of the episode. I just felt it was wasted. So Yusuke is figuring it all out. He's looking at all his cards. They're talking about it. A Knight of Hanoi appears. Yusuke starts fucking doing all his shit, Link summoning everything. Knight of Hanoi says, you're fucking messing it up. And he's like, dickhead, I already figured it out. He figures it out, does the Link summon, and uses a Thunder Crash, ends up destroying, all his cards, but dealing the points needed. Then he uses the other card. Basically solves the puzzle, because of course we did. That's the thing. There's no suspense because we kind of know you could have probably sussed that Yusuke was going to figure it out anyway, but we can't really be suspenseful about it because we saw Link Spider, Proxy Dragon. These are cards Yusuke is using. We know he gets them, so there was no suspense for me. I was like, well, he's clearly going to figure it out, and what's the point in that? And when they figure it out, they try and get there. They get to the chest, and they open it, and it disappears. Not everyone's like, you got fucking trolled, and he logs out. They log out, and then we cut to this warehouse. And the Kusanagi is following Playmaker going, what the fuck, why are we here? It's like, well, if you notice, they had the extra, because in the puzzle, there was like 5 link monsters that extra, and every time they linked up, like more platforms raised to link everything up. And he was like, I actually sussed it out. This was a map. This was a clue. You see, and if we'd have got the Cyburst monsters here, they would have been digital, but this is actually a map. This was a map of our city, and I've realised what we've got to do. So they find this warehouse, and apparently all the clues led to this one warehouse building. And outside, they got to a door, and on the door is fucking Secure Gardener. And it's like, it's this door here. They get in, and there's the chest. Like, this, it's been in this whole time, and no one's come across it. I mean, you could argue that maybe only the person who had the dual disc of whoever solved the puzzle could open the crate, but there was a Secure Gardener on the front door. Why was that still there? A link monster of all things. So they get there, they obviously take the link monster, then he opens the chest and he pulls out his physical copies of the Cyburst cards. This does leave many questions. Who put them there? Why did they put them there? Who programmed the thing? What the fuck the point was this fucking episode was? And then we go, oh, well, that explains how he got his Cyburst deck. We're back with the Ignis and all that. And like, but wait, why did they call him Playmaker? We then cut back. For fuck's sake, we cut back to Yusuke and that fucking dickhead. And of course, they're still letting it on. Oh, he knows he's Playmaker. He goes, hey, I know your secret. And he's like, what you on about? It's like, hey, Playmaker. You know Playmaker's my best friend, right? And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Turns out the secret that he knew was that Yusuke was just working a part-time job at the hot dog stand, and the school don't allow that. So he's like, right, I won't tell on you. Just help me fill out these application forms for a Blue Angel handshake competition. And Yusuke's like, Yusuke's reaction to that was my reaction. Just like, I'm done. Walked out. Left. It's like, fuck off, mate. Just fuck off. I mean, I called it. I said he weren't going to know. I said it was going to be some bullshit reason. And it was. Bullshit reason. Just to get Yusuke out of the way. Just to have these pointless 2-parter episode about shit we didn't need to know. We didn't need to. We already knew how he got together. And we already fucking knew why he was... that he had Cyburst. We didn't really need that. And then it was like, one question didn't get answered. Where did the name Playmaker come from? He's like, I'm glad you asked. And then they never actually told us why he called himself Playmaker. They just had him chase down out of Hanoi and say, I'm Playmaker. So they wouldn't even give us, they didn't even tell us that. They didn't even give us a reason why he calls himself Playmaker. Just that he now decided to call himself Playmaker. Fuck's sake. This episode was probably the biggest disappointment because I love the concept. I just felt it was wasted on a flashback. On this whole flashback thing of, oh, this is how we got the Cyburst. Like, why did you do that? Why couldn't we have had this story for a new deck? You know what I mean? Like, maybe like further down the line for a new enemy, Yusuke Playmaker could have fought the new bad of this arc. He ended up losing, and he's like, right, I need new Cyburst monsters. And they could have gone looking for a new type of Cyburst, stronger Cyburst. And then we could have had this dual puzzle episode where Yusuke's trying to get new cards. And then you're like, you see, I would have really enjoyed that. And I enjoyed the episode here. I'm sure most Yu-Gi-Oh players was watching it, trying to suss out the dual puzzle. And I was just like, I like that. It was just wasted here. There's no need. There's no need for it. So it was just a load of fucking bollocks. And I want us to move on now. If there's a third, I swear to God, I haven't seen the previews. If there's a third fucking part to this flashbacks, I might quit. I might just quit Vrain Train altogether. I might actually quit if there's a third part. If we don't just get on with the story next episode, this could be the end of it. Overall, guys, it was a shit episode. I was not happy about it. I enjoyed the concept. I just felt it was wasted, and the whole thing was a disappointment. But that's all we got time for today, guys. I want to thank once again all of our beautiful Patreons. Of course, if you want to join this list of names here, there's a link down below, or at the end of this video, there'll be an annotation that goes straight to my Patreon page, telling you what we need to make more of these videos, to make more videos like this, and more to come, including new projects of all kinds. That's all I'm saying. For legal reasons, that's all I'm saying. The more I get Patreon support, the more videos I can make. Do with that information what you will, but if you want more videos, support the Patreon. One more note, guys. Next week, I might not do a Vrain train because I will be at Alcon. If I do an episode, I might try and get it'll be from the convention. If I don't release a new episode on Saturday, it'll be a double-parter the week after, so just letting you know. So if there's no Vrain train next Saturday, it'll be a double whammy or the following Saturday, so just to let you know. Anyway, guys, that's all we got time for today. Thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.